We are all eagerly awaiting the release of Season 2 of Ginny and Georgia, which has amassed a sizable fan base. With the first season debuting in February 2021 and the second one still in the works by September 2022, we've also had a long wait for it. Will it take another 2 years before it returns? What will it cover exactly? A murder, love triangles, an embezzlement, and conversations on race, self-harm, sexual consent, female pleasure, body image, and everything in between were all covered in Season 1 alone. What else are they going to set up, for real? We have a feeling that this is just the beginning. What then can we expect? Here is all the information you require on Ginny and Georgia's second season. Ginny and Georgia Season 2 potential release date. When is it back? It's taken place. We've been waiting for this news. Kind of. There haven't been many updates on Ginny and Georgia so yet. Beyond the Netflix It's Coming stamp, fans have been kept waiting patiently for crumbs at the table. Well, fans, stack your plates. Deborah J. Fisher, the Season 2 executive producer and author, just shared some interesting information. The showrunner announced the formal end of filming via a TikTok post. Where's Season 2? She stated, is the #1 question I get as the showrunner of Ginny and Georgia. Here's what I know and what I can tell you. Fisher continued, we just wrapped. What does it imply then? Ginny and Georgia will be dubbed into all non-English speaking languages by Netflix in 14 weeks, according to Fisher's statement on social media. That brings us to the close of the year without hearing an official statement from Netflix. Could a brand new season of Ginny and Georgia be in our Christmas stockings this year? We have performed admirably, or at least better than Georgia, Fisher responded to excited fans in the comments section. Mid to late December at the earliest, suggesting that this is the case. Georgia, the series' titular character, Brian Howie, confirmed this to E! News on October 8th. Her prediction is that Season 2 will arrive sooner rather than later. It's coming soon, she assured him. It's approaching, I swear. Howie reiterated Fisher's justification for the holdup, saying that 180 translations are required for the global distribution and that it takes around 4 months to complete them. Therefore, it's not the show per se. The show has ended. According to Variety, Netflix announced that the show would return for a second season in April 2021 after drawing more than 52 million members' homes in its first 28 days. Deborah J. Fisher, the show's creator and executive producer, remarked, we are so grateful for the wonderful response and affection you all have shown Ginny and Georgia. Ryan and Tony, who set the highest standard at every turn, deserve special thanks. For Season 2, we can't wait to get back to Wellsbury. Along with director and executive producer Anya Adams and creator and executive producer Sarah Lampert, Fisher is part of an all-female creative team. Despite the fact that Season 1 was released in February 2021, the program has recently experienced a slight revival. In 17 countries, including the UK, Australia, Croatia, Norway, and Lebanon, it was once again among the top 10 most-watched shows by the end of April 2022, according to Flix Patrol. Although the unexpected increase in interest cannot be attributed to a single factor, it is thought that TikTok may have encouraged viewers to give the show a try, as seen by the sudden increase in videos about the program uploaded on the app. The second season, which will consist of 10 one-hour episodes, started filming in February 2022, and lead actress Antonia Gentry said that she finished production on the show on April 22, 2022. On August 11th, a photograph from the post-production stage was posted on the show's official behind-the-scenes Instagram with the description, so close to being done I can taste it. In light of this, we should receive some information very soonish about when it will return to our screens. We're editing, and we're doing some ADR, Brianna revealed to Los Angeles Magazine, giving fans a peek behind the scenes. It's so thrilling that I've finally gotten to some things. In my perspective, they have completely surpassed Season 1. Just a little bit more pressure, in my opinion. Just a small bit is added to each stage. Ginny and Georgia Season 2 cast, who's in it? Ginny and Georgia cannot exist without Ginny and Georgia, so there. Both Antonia Gentry and Brian Howie have already stated that they will return for the most recent episodes. Diesel Lataraka, who plays Ginny's younger brother Austin, completes the fictional family. His participation in the upcoming season has already been guaranteed. With a sizable contingent of the cast listed as appearing in 20 episodes, IMDb appears to have confirmed that a significant portion of the ensemble will return for Season 2. This includes people who assist them in living their lives to the fullest, even if doing so complicates things for the mother-daughter team. This manifests for Ginny in the form of her close friends Max, Abby, and Nora. Expect to see the mother of Max and Marcus, Ellen, as well as her will they won't they love affair, Joe, back in Georgia. He was previously identified by the showrunners as a pivotal figure. Sarah Lampert said of Joe in an interview with Hollywood Life, Joe's basically the only character that walks the line between both of them. Zion does, too, because he is so important to them both. In contrast, Joe is something to Georgia and is something similar to Ginny but distinct. That, in my opinion, is pretty unique. Let's not forget that flashback we saw when Georgia meets Joe. Just to add to what we were talking about with Georgia, Paul, and Zion, Fisher said. He informs her of Wellsbury. Joe is crucial in that since it's the first time she realizes what a lovely place this could be. I love that flashback, Lampert said, because it's something we kind of uncovered organically in the writer's room as an aha moment where it was like, of course, Wellsbury was her objective. Even when she was 16, because she is not a person who lacks ultimate goals. That was always where her concept of success was, and to simply learn that she is pregnant and see all these happy kids on a field trip talking about prom and having fancy sunglasses. Marcus, Hunter, Mayor Paul, teen Georgia, Cynthia and her son Zach, Georgia's coworker Nick, and Private Eye Gabriel Cordova round out the roster. Aaron Ashmore, who starred in the movies Lock and Key and X-Men, will join the cast as Gil Timmons, Georgia's ex-husband and Austin's absent father. However, it is unclear whether Zion, Ginny's father, would ever again be seen in his adolescent form. Ginny and Georgia Season 2 plot, what will happen? But seriously, where do I start? A lot of territory was covered in Season 1, but for every issue that was resolved, another one arose quickly, putting almost all of the key individuals in peril as the closing credits rolled. With Ginny and Austin escaping Wellsbury on a motorcycle, the program came to a close. After being confronted at the Blue Farm Cafe by the private eye hired by Kenny's ex-wife and being informed that her mother was a murderer, Georgia's daughter had reached her breaking point. In the process, he informed Ginny of Georgia's wolfsbane, which she and her brother destroyed. Austin's relationship with his mother was at an all-time low since he still hadn't forgiven Georgia for not forwarding the letters he had written to his dad. And it appears that Season 2 will begin with an emphasis on the motorcycle road trip, particularly when Ginny takes something important with her before she departs at the end of the season. She takes the book Zion hands her when she is packing her luggage. Gentry remarked, "I don't know whether you notice. If you were paying attention, you know that Zion includes an address when he arrives and is giving her the book. Her father, who has been cast, may be reached at that address. Good day, Gil Timmons." Georgia, who was busy celebrating her fiancé Mayor Paul's victory, was unaware that her kids had run away. She passed up the flat in Boston with her ex-boyfriend Zion in favor of a life in Wellsbury with him. She thought the pieces of her new life were finally coming together now that Kenny's body was out of the picture and her financial difficulties had been resolved. Season 2 should continue up where the first one left off, in the thick of the action, with Ginny and Austin traveling. But will they make the decision to return home on their own? Or will Georgia go looking for them, wherever they may be? Since the show's audience is limited to Wellsbury, their return is inevitable. We're only beginning to get to know the residents of Wellsbury, according to creator and executive producer Sarah Lampert, who spoke to Opera Daily in 2021, before Ginny and Georgia's formal renewal. Season 1 definitely felt like a Season 1, a fan said. We have only recently begun to peel back some of the layers for all the characters that we want to explore. I'm hoping Deb and I have the chance, she remarked. In a different interview with Elle, Gentry said, "I don't know what will be in store if we do get renewed or not. However, I'd add that I want to see Ginny get her hands dirty. She should somewhat resemble Georgia, in my opinion. She has a mean streak that I know she possesses, and I want to see her truly display it. Exploring that would be a lot of fun. But for the time being, I'm just taking each day as it comes." Additionally, there is the minor issue of Max, who was enraged with Ginny for lying about having a sexual relationship with Marcus, her twin. The gang had been tense for some time, but that was the final straw. As a result, the group has divided, with Abby being shunned for not telling Max about Ginny and Marcus. After learning that Ginny had cheated on him, Hunter also had no desire to interact with her in any way. And even though she had told Marcus that she had overlooked his enormous error were not together, their relationship is likewise in danger. Also worth mentioning is that the Pie is continuing snooping about and has discovered that Georgia was previously married to a man other than Kenny, who conveniently vanished and hasn't been seen since. Georgia is currently wearing Paul's engagement ring. But given Joe's presence, we wouldn't wager our last dollar that they would remain together. Although there were signs in the first chapter that something might happen between them, their story still seems to have more to offer. In fact, it has been confirmed that there will undoubtedly be some fiery drama to keep us amused in true Ginny and Georgia form. At the 2021 MTV Awards, Ginny actress Gentry used the occasion to tease fans about what they may anticipate. "It's a ride on a roller coaster. Even though I am on edge, I am not aware of all the details. I am sure there will be a whole lot of plot, crazy, and excitement," she remarked. As Gentry further stated, "It's been very amazing to just know that some of the individuals you admire have seen the show and like the show. The titillating story twists have made fans out of celebs. Knowing that Hailey Bieber has watched our show makes me nervous. It causes me to slightly perspire. However, it's incredibly exciting, and the support has been outstanding. If you're a die-hard admirer of Gentry and Howie's tumultuous relationship, don't give up hope." Gentry and Howie were asked whether a mother-daughter reunion was in the works in an interview with Collider in February 2021. "There will probably be more pandemonium. Of course they can," Howie said. "Yes, I need them too. I mean, knowing the two of them." Gentry continued that they both know, and that they know would, in my opinion, be the most intriguing aspect of their connection. "The stakes for Season 2 are definitely considerably higher than where we left off with Season 1. Gentry said to 17 in November 2021. Fans should expect lots of amazing tension, a lot of build-up to the climax, and the introduction of a few intriguing characters. We are impatient. Ginny and Georgia Season 2 trailer, when can I see it? Unfortunately, there is currently no indication of any fresh footage, but given that filming has officially ended, we are keeping our fingers crossed. Do you know when we get to watch the trailer for Season 2? Questioned one impatient fan of the show's creator Fisher. Fisher gave the expected response of "I'll let you know when," but he remained remarkably evasive. In the month prior to the debut, trailers typically become available. Keep checking the channel in the interim, and we'll let you know when we have any updates. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.